All right, so now we're in finding strings. We already went through the sniper section with Tommy. And make sure you walk around here because there are some items that you can get that could really help you out in case things go wrong later. Including the ability to craft another molly with some of the materials and some ammo like that. Another small tip on looting. Once you actually get inside of the hotel here, one of these bathrooms inside of the shower, there's a pipe that you can use. A lot of people miss this pipe. And you just need to break the glass. Look, there's also even a rag in here. So definitely be sure you check all the rooms and make sure you grab this pipe. It's not necessary, but it really helps when things go wrong. And they very easily can in this next area. Okay, so this fight right here is pretty unique in that if you stealth kill everybody in the start, then those are the only enemies you have to kill. However, if you get alerted, then there will be 2 additional waves of infected that you can't stealth kill. You just need to use your guns, you need to use melee, everything. So ideally, you want to complete this fight stealth. Now, it's not too big of a deal if you do mess it up, but it'll be a lot of infected fighting. And I'll sort of cover both scenarios, but let's cover a potential stealth strat at the start.
They are on patrol, right?
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is actually bait Joel into melee or stealth killing another runner here. And that's by going up here and waiting right here. Looks like, yeah, we should grab them. That's kind of what they're intending. But you see, we got Joel to grab another enemy. Now, these enemies are going to drop a lot of loot. So we're going to go back here underneath this light switch, and I'm spamming triangle. And we got another runner. Okay. So now we'll go back and grab this runner. So the reason we didn't grab this runner is for the timing of that runner over there. So now we'll come back here, grab this runner. Notice I'm being like a little bit slow there. I'm just making sure the clicker like won't spot us. Okay. So the next thing we want to handle is this clicker. So once they start to walk over here, what I'm going to do is chuck this bottle, not on this body here, but like on the ground right nearby. It's a bit of a waiting game here. And what's going to happen is this clicker is going to rush through here. And I can just stand here and spam triangle. And we'll stealth kill the clicker. Waiting for this clicker to come back. There we go. They don't need to be super close. Something like that's probably good. So we'll check that. And now I'm just spamming triangle. I did hear the shriek from the clicker, which means that the clicker was alerted. And there we go. Got ourselves a clicker. So at this stage, there are 2 runners left. They're on opposite sides. And what I'm going to do is, okay, I need to be careful right here. I forgot to grab a bottle. This runner walks back here and they can spot you. So I'm just keeping an eye on them, waiting for them to turn around. There we go. So they turn around. I'm going to grab a bottle right here. This is like right where we started. And I'm going to take care of the runner on the opposite side first. Why? Just because that's what I'm used to. So I'm going to be a little careful here because the runner can be over there. So I'm not going to rush it too much. But again, we're going to wait underneath this little light switch here. Now, Joel can push us out of the way here. So fortunately, he's not doing that now. Okay, so this is the runner we want to pull out. I kind of hear this other runner. They feel a little bit close, so I'm not going to go right away. But what we're going to do is we're going to bait them with this. And again, same idea. Spam triangle. And we grabbed a runner. So the one problem is that this runner here, that runner can, they end up going like right over to there. They can hear that bottle. So if it sounds like they're too close, then just be a little bit cautious. you can definitely delay a bit. Okay, so this runner kind of walks back and forth. We can go like prone under here. It's all nice and safe. And we actually don't need to be super cautious about taking out this last runner. In fact, we could just run up and melee them, and I'll go ahead and do that right now. So even though it seems like we broke stealth, it was the last enemy, and that's effectively it for doing this section stealth. And at this stage, now I can run around and notice that I can craft another molly. That's because I looted things in the lodge right after the sniper section. So
You too.
we're not getting infected falling down. I'll cover that scenario next. All right, so now I'm specifically going to cause an alert.
Patrol, right?
Okay.
And just like before, clickers are the ones to watch out for. The best way to handle them is with a bottle and melee weapon combo. So I'm just gonna go over here. We're gonna pretend like we mess up, and okay, we got Joel grabbing that. Those clickers a little bit close. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't spot us there. So if we grab them, like, oh no, there's a runner here, like maybe they spot us. The best thing you can do, Joel is helping us out, is we can just run around the map. Hopping through. Anytime we hop through something, it slows down the infected. The biggest thing to watch out for, though, is a clicker. I hear the clicker over here, so we're just going to try to play some keep away. See, it slows them down. Now, to take care of clickers, we have that pipe, right? So if we bottle them, we can take them out really, really easily with that. If we don't have a melee weapon, or if we forget the pipe, there is a bat right there. Now, the rifle is really good at body shotting runners. This is a chaotic fight. Don't worry about headshots. Just body shot those runners. But just like before, we want to target the runners. All right. So we caused an alert, and now we're getting more infected, as Joel says right there. Okay. So now I still have my pipe. Which means if there are more there will be more clickers showing up, then we may want to grab a bottle for that. So just run around the map until you find one. Again, there's one right by the entrance here. Let's try to save that for the clickers. Now, if you want, I personally prefer to use the rifle against runners because it's just so much easier to handle. Now, if we run out of bottles and melee weapons, then we need to start headshotting clickers. So I know that there's a bat left. Looks like Joel took them out. Okay. So it seems like we're all in the clear. But we're actually not. This does give us this little bit of downtime, though. It does give us a chance to loot. So I can go ahead and grab a bat. Oh, I still have a melee. Okay. I'll just hold on to that. Now's your chance to run around, grab as much ammo as you can. You might have snacks here for healing. I'm ungrounded, so I don't. And we're going to run up to Joel here so that we can start the next wave. So, this wave, we're going to have 2 clickers show up right there. I suggest let's just get a molly out. Get them both when they both land. There's 1, there's 2. Probably threw that a little bit late there. This will hopefully make things a little bit easier on us. Yeah, so we killed one of the clickers here. That's good. The other one's further away. I might be able to body shot. Yeah, so that molly and a body shot with the pistol is able to finish them off. And that's the end of our pipe there. Kill one enemy and just kind of book it. Don't hang around. Don't get stuck in a corner. Joel will definitely help you out here. Yeah, a lot of keep away. There's two infected here. I'm not sure if I really want to go in there. They are distracted on Joel, so I could probably start to help him out a little bit. Okay, we have our last clicker showing up. I have a melee weapon. Again, we're just running around. I think there's a clicker showing up. Maybe not. All right. Just kind of thin out the herd here. Getting headshots on runners is really, really tricky. Okay, so we have 3 of them on Joel right now. There's the clicker. There's the clicker. I'm actually hurting quite a bit right now. I can't heal, unfortunately. Again, body shots with the rifle. Okay, we still have our baseball bat. We have a clicker right here. Let's try to take him out and book it. I just keep spamming dodge so I don't get hit. Once I get far enough away, then I can switch to running. Yeah, the bottle melee combo will be huge for this area. There we go. I think I got a 2-for-1 shot there with the rifle. So there you go. So this fight is a lot more hectic if you get an alert in that first wave. That's the importance of stealth, but it's still quite manageable. I did get grabbed a couple of times. Unfortunately, that means I can't heal on grounded, which is pretty tough. But like I said, there'll probably be snacks here, and you might be able to craft a medkit at this point. After this will be the bloater. So let's see how that goes. This is a really peculiar kind of scripted fight where you do need to fight the bloater. You need to shoot the bloater and everything. But you're also expected to be grabbed by the bloater at a certain point. And there's a hidden timer built within the game. I'm not a huge fan of having hidden timers because it's not... You're basically supposed to fail, but after a certain point. Now, you need to effectively apply as much damage as you can to the bloater and then survive for about a minute. Now, if you don't damage the bloater enough, then that time is basically increased. It could go up to like 2 minutes, I believe. So the more that you damage the bloater, the less time you have to wait. Now, there are runners that hop into this area too. So we need to be very, very cautious of runners because a runner grab is devastating. Outside of that, it's a lot of staying far back, running around the map, and applying damage to the bloater. So I'm just going to go ahead and start shooting the bloater as much as possible to drop that timer. And I'm also going to run around. There is loot. Be careful staying close to these doors here. Or doors. They'll become doors in a bit. There we go. And dodge out of the way of the bloater if they get close. That was actually very uncomfortably close right there. So when runners drop down, we want to body shot them with a rifle. You want to get rid of them as easily as possible. Now, I don't have a molly, but if that bloater starts charging you, pull out your molly and chuck it at them. Don't aim it, just chuck it at them. The fire will slow them down. Now we're going to damage the bloater as much as possible, but just try to survive as long as possible. Do that. I'm going to save a rifle bullet here for the next runner that drops down. So if you had a molly, you hit the bloater and everything, this second runner that drops down, it probably means that there's enough time. I didn't molly the bloater, so I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but this is effectively the strategy right here. Okay, now I have a molly. I think it's a little bit close. So the runners, when you kill them, they will drop ammo. So if the bloater starts rushing you, hit them with the molly, and that'll stun them like that. Okay, at this stage, I think it's been long enough, so I'm just gonna let the bloater grab me, and this is the success animation, believe it or not. And Joel will come in and save the day. So, boiled down, it's just keep your distance as much as possible, apply damage, and try to save rifle shots for the runners.